today we're taking a look at Blurr, and he is a cool Titans Return figure. I do quite like him. He does come with his headmaster, Hyperfire, which I don't... Apparently, like, the headmasters make the robots do something special. I don't know what this guy does. I don't know what Hyperfire does. I think it makes him go fast. Like Sonic. But that's my guess. I don't know. He is quite cool out of my two Titans Return, like, full, like, headmasters. Because I have Wheelie that I still haven't review. He is maybe my favorite. I don't know why. He is probably my favorite of all the ones I have, which is very, very few. So don't base this off just base it, like, if you're gonna buy this figure, just base it. It's a smidge off of my opinion, just a smidge. So let's take a quick look at him. And a little bit of a complaint I had at the product shots of the box. I can't prove this since I don't have the box. They showed a little symbol right there, and there's even a little bit of a space for an Autobot symbol. Why? Come on, Hasbro, you gotta stay with the times. Don't cheap out on us, because you totally didn't do that with our ID or anything. What? I didn't say anything. So here is actually, you know what? That's a cool thing. I don't have to bring the figure up to show you his head sculpt. I can decapitate him and just bring the head close. Here is his face sculpt or whatever. And it is quite cool. People have complained that, oh, he shouldn't be a headmaster, he's not a headmaster. That's the whole point of the series. I mean, like, come on, don't complain about, like, the series. You're getting a modern version of Blurr. This is my first one. No, second, the Cybertron one. I'm gonna have to do that one later. He is quite cool, and he has more steps than one. The box lies to you, because it says one step, even though it should have two, because, this counts. It's just a little bit of a... What was cool, the transformation is you want to push that down, and you just rotate it. Rotate his legs. And that is quite cool. It's the same as, I'm guessing, most headmasters. I don't know third-party headmasters. I only have, like, one third-party thing. Oh, two, technically. But I don't know how those transform. But I think most headmasters transform with just you folding out the legs. It's just somewhere around those lines. And this guy actually has quite a bit of paint for the headmaster, for these Titan Masters. There's a chance I might switch between the two. I am sorry. Don't go all berserk on me in the comments. But you do have some metallic silver, because what else would silver be? And you got some, I think that's gunmetal. It's either gunmetal or metallic black. I think that's the same thing. And then you also have a little blue on his face. A little blue. A little bit of this is my tongue stops. This is where my tongue stops working. There, I said that. And what's nice is that I've had some QC issues with some of my Titan Masters, like, especially the ones that come in those little packs. Like, oh my gosh, loud mouth. But what's nice is he most of his joints are quite tight. His head ball joint is tight. This is tight. Even these two joints are tight enough. And so let's just fold him back up, and to transform him back, fold up his legs and just extend that, which is nice, because on Hardhead it's just folded up. And I thought this would be kind of something that I would forget a lot, since it's this minor steps in the transformation that I will forget. Like, there's some Cybertron Transformers where I look back on the instructions like, oh, that's supposed to happen. But surprisingly, I have not forgotten that part. So let's go into some posability to see get this reattached. And since the Titan Master is on ball joint, and that's the connection, it's on ball joint, and you have some good movement, which is good. I like good movement in the head. Full 360. Go that far out. Swivel 90 degrees, and some fist rotation. Got a waist joint, can do the splits, go that far out, and that far back, swivel, and a knee. And if you want to use this toe joint, I've used this toe joint a couple of times to get like some good poses like that. That's actually, from my angle, this looks good. And his two weapons, yeah, I know, you're like, oh, it looks like he just has one. Nope. This is his gun, which is just painted silver. It's originally blue, just painted silver. I'm glad they painted this, because I could see Hasbro cheaping out and just not painting this, but I fully appreciate them painting this. Unlike Strong Arm. What am I talking about? Here is his second weapon, which is a little shield. So you can attach this here and give him his gun. And just kind of, this looks quite cool. I usually don't display my figures with their weapons unless it looks this amazing. I'm gushing about this figure, I'm sorry. So let's just take these off. Actually, no, I have to show you something real quick. So, what you can actually do is put the Titan Master in that sitting position. There's multiple sitting positions for these Titan Masters, and you just plug them in here, and when you plug them in, it's going to push that out to get your fingernail up in there, and you got a little bit of a speeder that you can just speed around, and it's kind of cool how that works, because now it will no longer fall over, which is cool. You can plug that in, and there you go. You got a little bit of a speeder with the gun. So it's basically like a smaller version of Blur. So let's just keep Hyperfire. I think that's his name. Oh my gosh, I just realized they're using Nerf names. Got the Nerf Strong Arm, got the Nerf Hyperfire, Hyperfire, Strong Arm, and wow. So what's that now? I feel like I should have noticed that later. So plug that back in, and his transformation is quite cool. I don't know how Blur transforms. I don't have G1 Blur. I only have Cybertron Blur, which isn't a good Blur. But his transformation is you want to kind of push that. Just want to kind of open that up a little bit. Open that up all the way. Flip the seat out. Bring that down. Don't bring that down all the way. This is a certain way. Just like so. It's kind of on. It's on a friction hinge, but there's 2 points that stops. It stops there. It stops there. You want it to stop on this first point, right there. Then to lock it, now first you want to split the arms open like that. Well, not split them open, just kind of detach them from the body. They're on these hinges. You want to flip this up, which will kind of make sure it can't go into the second position. You want to fold his shins open. You want to flip out this. What you want to do, you want to fold these up and this up. You want to close it, and you want to fold these up and then fold the feet. And here you have kind of the back of the vehicle done. Then you want to do with the arms, you want to rotate them like that and just fold these out. Which usually, because the wrists have to be fully, just kind of straight. And then, what do you want to do after this? You just want to fold them down, and they will peg into a couple places. Sometimes, I've had this happen, where it doesn't quite peg into all the places, but usually it will, if you have to do everything right. Then with this, put it in there, and here you have Blur in his vehicle mode. Let me lower down the camera so you can see it at a different angle. And here you have, like I said, Blur in his alt mode, and since, it's Titan's Return, you can open the cockpit, kind of put him in a different sitting position, and there are these two, and I don't know if I get enough light down there. There's a little bit of there's a slot down there that this little peg will go in. And it's a good way to look at the bottom of the vehicle and just kind of judge where you're going to put it. Right there. I think that's good. Yep. And what I also like to do, since I don't really like this gap that much, I like to fold that up, and that gets the gap to the cockpit. I just don't like that gap. I know it's on the original G1 Blur, but was G1 that good? You get so much hate for just saying that. And here you have, like I said, Blur in his vehicle mode, and it's really nice. You got some paint. You got this painted, which looks good. I'm glad they painted this. I'm glad they painted that. I'm glad they painted that. I could see Hasbro cheaping out on a lot of these things that they painted, but I am glad they painted everything a good color. I really feel like this looks like Blur. I've never experienced the toy Blur, but I'm guessing this is what it looks like, just different. And that's basically my review of Titan's Return Blur. Great figure. If you can find it at a good price, don't get it at Toys R Us. That is a pain. Just get it. It's a great figure. I've had so much fun with this, And remember to like if you like it a bit more. Try subscribing. I try to upload on a regular basis. Keyword try. I'll think I see you next time. Bye.